This is Britain, and the aircraft being built in secret will define how wars are fought for the rest of this century. In the next few minutes, we will move through 5 aviation programs pushing the boundaries of speed, autonomy, and air dominance, each one more consequential than the last. Let's begin with Number 5. Project NYX Apache Collaborative Uncrewed Air System. Modern warfare has always punished the aircraft that flies into danger first. That aircraft absorbs the initial enemy response, reveals defensive positions, and pays the highest price for the intelligence it gathers. Project NYX exists to ensure that aircraft is no longer crewed. Announced in 2024, the program is developing autonomous drones designed to operate in direct partnership with the British Army's Apache attack helicopters, not as replacements, as force multipliers. These unmanned systems fly ahead of the crewed aircraft into the most dangerous portions of the battlefield, conducting reconnaissance, delivering electronic warfare effects, and feeding real-time intelligence back to the Apache crews coordinating the mission. In January 2026, the Ministry of Defense shortlisted leading industry partners, including BAE Systems, Leonardo, and Anduril, to begin building prototype systems. The technical challenge they face is specific and demanding. These drones must remain tightly integrated with a crew rotary wing aircraft operating at low altitude in complex terrain, a fundamentally different problem from the drone wingman concepts being explored alongside fast jets at high altitude. That distinction is precisely what makes Project NYX significant. Many nations are pursuing autonomous wingmen for fighter aircraft. Very few have seriously attempted to solve the problem for attack helicopters. If the program succeeds, a single Apache crew will be capable of commanding multiple drones simultaneously, extending the aircraft's sensor reach far beyond what its own systems can see. Helicopters have always fought in close, dangerous proximity to the ground. NYX begins to change that. But experimental helicopter partnerships represent only the opening move in Britain's autonomous aviation strategy, because the next system has already moved from concept into operational deployment. Number 4. Protector RG Mk1 MQ-9B Sky Guardian. Remotely piloted aircraft have shaped modern military operations for more than a decade. Yet throughout that period, they have operated under a significant constraint. Most drones are restricted to segregated airspace, unable to fly alongside commercial traffic or integrate into the broader national airspace system. The Protector RG Mk1 eliminates that restriction entirely. Developed from the MQ-9B Sky Guardian platform, Protector is the United Kingdom's first remotely piloted aircraft certified to operate across both civilian and military airspace. That certification represents a regulatory and technological achievement that took years to accomplish and changes what the aircraft actually can do. Missions no longer require elaborate airspace coordination around the drone's flight path. The performance envelope is exceptional. Protector can remain airborne for more than 40 hours, monitoring targets day and night across vast distances using advanced multispectral sensors. That endurance transforms how commanders use it. The aircraft does not simply conduct a surveillance pass and return. It watches, it waits, it accumulates intelligence across an entire operational cycle before decisions are made. And when decisions are made, Protector acts on them. The aircraft carries precision weapons, including brimstone missiles and paveway bombs, combining persistent observation with the ability to strike at the moment an opportunity presents itself. By early 2026, the aircraft has entered operational deployments as the Ministry of Defense progresses toward full initial operating capability. It replaces the older Reaper fleet that served across years of operations in Afghanistan and beyond. The generational difference is not incremental. Protector is a fundamentally different class of system, one designed from the outset to function as a persistent intelligence. It replaces the older Reaper fleet that served across years of operations in Afghanistan and beyond. The generational difference is not incremental. Protector is a fundamentally different class of system, one designed from the outset to function as a persistent intelligence and strike platform within the full spectrum of modern air operations. But even 40 hours of endurance over land cannot reach every battlefield that matters. Some of the most consequential confrontations of the coming decades will happen far out to sea. Number 3. Project Vanquish carrier-based STOL aircraft. Britain's Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers represent some of the most powerful warships ever built for the Royal Navy. Yet the aircraft that operate from their decks face an inherent limitation. The short takeoff and ski jump launch configuration that defines these carriers was not designed with autonomous drones in mind. Many unmanned systems require catapults or arrestor gear the ships do not carry. Project Vanquish is solving that problem from the ground up. Drawing on earlier research programs known as Vixen and Ark Royal, the project is developing a jet-powered unmanned aircraft capable of short takeoff and vertical or conventional landing from existing British carrier decks. No new infrastructure, no modifications to the ships. The aircraft adapts to the platform rather than requiring the platform to change. The operational implications are significant. A high subsonic jet-powered unmanned drone launching from a carrier could extend the air wing's reach considerably beyond what crewed fighters alone can cover. These aircraft could push far ahead of the carrier group, conducting surveillance, refuel other jets during extended missions, or deliver precision strikes without placing pilots in the most dangerous portions of the threat envelope. In February 2026, the Ministry of Defense confirmed that Vanquish is advancing toward a technical demonstration before the end of the year. Engineers are focused on proving that a jet-powered autonomous aircraft can reliably launch from a carrier deck without the complex support infrastructure that larger navies have built their carrier aviation around. If the demonstration succeeds, Britain moves toward a carrier air wing built around both crewed fighters and autonomous drones operating together in the same mission cycle: surveillance, refueling, and strike, all coordinated from a single deck. The flexibility that creates is difficult to overstate. But even a carrier that can launch autonomous jets is constrained by one fundamental factor: the speed at which its aircraft can reach a target. And the next program is focused entirely on shattering that constraint. Number 2. Team Hypersonics, UK Sovereign Hypersonic Weapon System. Every era of aviation history has been defined by a breakthrough in speed. The jet engine compressed strategic distances in ways that propeller aircraft could not. The sound barrier, once broken, opened an entirely new category of military capability. Today, a new threshold is being crossed, and Britain is investing seriously in reaching the other side of it. Hypersonic flight begins at Mach 5 times the speed of sound. At those velocities, the physics of interception change fundamentally. Traditional air defense systems depend on reaction time, tracking a target, calculating its trajectory, and launching an interceptor all require seconds that hypersonic weapons compress towards zero. The geometry of modern air defense, built around assumptions about target speed and flight time, begins to fail. The United Kingdom launched its Sovereign Hypersonic Technology Initiative in 2023 under the Team Hypersonics UK program. The objective is to develop an indigenous capability across both hypersonic weapons and the advanced propulsion technologies that make them possible. In February 2026, the Ministry of Defense awarded a contract to Amentum UK to accelerate prototype development, building on tens of millions of pounds already committed to materials research and propulsion engineering. The engineering environment at these speeds is extreme in ways that have no parallel in conventional aviation. Atmospheric friction generates temperatures that can destroy standard materials. Guidance systems must function while surrounded by plasma generated by the aircraft's own passage through the air. Every component must be designed for an environment that does not exist anywhere else in operational engineering. The strategic return on solving those problems is substantial. A functioning hypersonic capability allows Britain to reach distant targets at speeds that bypass many existing defensive systems, adding a dimension to strategic deterrence that subsonic and supersonic weapons alone cannot provide. But weapons, however fast, remain tools serving the aircraft and the pilots who direct them. And the program that will define British air power for the rest of this century is not a weapon at all. Number 1. Global Combat Air Program, Tempest 6th Generation Fighter. Every generation of fighter aircraft has redrawn the boundaries of what air combat means. The aircraft that dominated their era were not simply faster or more heavily armed than their predecessors. They operated according to fundamentally different logic, demanding new tactics, new infrastructure, and new thinking from everyone who flew them or faced them. Tempest is the next rewrite. The Global Combat Air Program, launched initially by the United Kingdom and expanded through deep partnership with Japan and Italy, is developing a 6th-generation fighter targeted for service entry around 2035. But describing Tempest as a fighter understates what it is being built to do. The aircraft will carry advanced stealth geometry, supersonic performance, and a cockpit built around augmented reality displays that present battlefield information through immersive digital interfaces rather than conventional instrumentation. The pilot experience inside Tempest is being redesigned from first principles. In early 2026, the program attracted renewed international attention as additional European interest in participation emerged, reflecting how widely the project's ambition is being recognized outside Britain. But the aircraft itself is only the center of a much larger architecture. Tempest is designed to command multiple autonomous drone wingmen operating across the same airspace during a single mission. Reconnaissance drones push ahead into defended territory. Electronic warfare platforms suppress enemy systems. Strike aircraft are directed toward targets identified by the network. The Tempest pilot is not simply flying a fighter, they are commanding a coordinated ecosystem of crewed and uncrewed platforms simultaneously. The power generation architecture being developed for the aircraft extends this concept further still. Engineers are building an onboard electrical system capable of supporting directed energy weapons, high-power lasers that could engage threats at the speed of light. That level of onboard power generation has never been achieved in a combat aircraft. It represents a technological leap that transforms Tempest from an advanced fighter into a platform capable of fielding weapons that do not yet exist in operational service. The industrial stakes match the technical ones. Tempest represents Britain's assertion of sovereign capability in the most demanding segment of aerospace engineering. A nation that can design, build, and sustain a 6th-generation fighter operates at the highest tier of military technological power. The program secures industrial skills, supply chains, and engineering expertise that cannot be recreated quickly once lost. If Tempest enters service as designed, it will define the character of British air power for decades beyond its introduction. The aircraft flying combat missions in 2060 may be Tempest derivatives. The tactics built around its sensor fusion and drone command architecture may still be shaping how air combat is conducted long after the original airframes have been retired. That is not a fighter program. That is a generational commitment. Britain's 5 aviation programs reveal a strategy being assembled with deliberate precision. Project NYX extends the reach of battlefield helicopters through autonomous wingmen. Protector delivers persistent surveillance and strike from the skies. Vanquish brings autonomous jet power to carrier decks. Team Hypersonics reaches toward speeds that existing defenses cannot track. And Tempest ties every capability together into a command platform designed to dominate contested airspace for the rest of this century. These are not isolated experiments. They are the interlocking pieces of a future that is already being built. If this breakdown gave you a clearer picture of what Britain is developing in the air, like the video, share it, and subscribe for more deep investigations into the defense programs shaping the next era of warfare. Which of these 5 projects do you believe will have the greatest impact on the future of air combat?